The gist of it is that there are a number of privately owned fire hydrants in town. There's no regulation on them, no requirements for maintenance. The chief and the fire department has run into a couple of situations where fire hydrants aren't functioning, so the chief came up with the bylaw to help that.
I did verify with Mark again today. Mark is going to, over the winter, work on getting a master list. He predicts about 200 hydrants or so between residences, residential neighborhoods, and also like commercial complexes, targets, that kind of stuff. That would be in this. Additionally, they're trying to figure out a longer-term plan for some of these hydrants that are located on on the right-of-ways. So some of the streets that are in town, trying to accept those potentially. So not a guarantee. It's not going to be every single neighborhood, every single hydrant, but there may be a select few that they could be accepted by the DPW.
If there's a private fire hydrant and how does that come to be? Are there certain situations that require a private fire hydrant, or? No,
I think it's a lot of times like neighborhoods that aren't accepted by the DPW, like Morgan Way, for example. That's a private fire hydrant. Yeah. It's not accepted street. So I think where the communication is going to get better with this bylaw is that, like today, we had a pre-construction meeting for a new business coming into town. At that point in time, for at the meeting, we would notify them that if it's a private way, they have private fire hydrants, it's their responsibility to maintain those, and that we'd be looking for the testing procedures, testing results, and inspection maintenance records.
Yeah, what's the fire flow pressure? Are there weak points in the system, or?
So that all depends on the size of the piping, how it's engineered, and what it's coming off of for a main, for example. So some of the fire hydrant mains are 6-inch, some are 8-inch, some are 10, 12, and 16-inch. So it depends on what's engineered for that neighborhood.
Okay. But no issues overall. We haven't opened a hydrant during a fire and not had adequate flow.
So no, we do have some areas of town that do have reduced flow due to a number of reasons within piping, but we have backup plans for that. So for a prime example, Kings Grant Water off of Mendon Road is a private water main system. We know we have low pressure over there. So we have a SOP in place that calls in additional engines and tanker trucks, as well as using the town hydrants that are on either end of that system. If you have a private fire hydrant system, like Echo Way, Villa Way, Narcissus Court, we are aware of that, and we have a contingency plan in place because we know right now we can't get a couple of the caps off the hydrants currently as we speak. But we have a plan in place to tackle that.
So a call comes in for a fire on on a property that's where one of these hydrants that have low pressure are stationed. How does the person who's on call know that it's one of those hydrants? Yeah,
so the call comes in into dispatch. They take the call. They put the address into the CAD system, and then based on that address, a note will come up that will say no water district or low pressure district.
Cool.
Notify these towns. That automatically goes to SEMREC, which is the regional dispatch our dispatchers send it to SEMREC, which is in Foxborough, the regional dispatch. They then notify the towns that are on that run card, and then they get dispatched. So
I move to approve 2026-032.
Second.
Got a motion from Mr. LaPointe, a second from Mr. Simmons. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? That motion passes 8-0. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks, Chief.
Yeah, thank you, John.
Thanks, Chief.